What is up, Collectin and Connectin fam? It's your girl Banana Bank Mac, and I'm here to bring you the Collectin and Connectin monthly recap. September was an amazing month. We're 1 month out from the NBA season, and we had so many great guests on the podcast this month. But the first episode to kick off the month was a great one. On September 3rd, episode 64 dropped. We had MBL and Josh, aka Inspired by Mamba. We talked all about burning the last mint of the LeBron Series 1 finals. We talked about auto repay, the floaty updates, and of course, your girl's favorite, loans. But listen to this clip to see a little bit of what we touched on.
Which means the group of people remaining care about the platform, care about the community, care about the groups like CNC and Badge County and all the different communities around the ecosystem. And I think they're far more willing to engage and help rather than view this as kind of like a grind to extract profits. It's a really interesting remaining community right now. But yeah, I'm always grateful to the people who helped me out early on with everything around the blockchain ecosystem, around TopShot specifically. And I know exactly the kind of interaction you're talking about, where someone's looking at a Blockdo wallet or a Flow reference wallet for the first time, and they're like, what does this mean? Is this safe? I've read about scams. How do I access this? Is it safe for me to share this wallet number with you even, or this wallet address with you? And having a trusted person kind of show you the ropes makes it all feel a lot better, a lot safer.
Yeah. On September 10th, episode 65 dropped, and it was the power couple, Aziz and Frankie. They talked all about heading out to Summer League, what players they like to watch, the games they check out. They talked about the food they try, just the trip itself. I had straight up FOMO listening to it. They go every year. Like, that is amazing. They talked about going to Brooklyn to see Wemby play. They talked about the Vancouver Grizzlies. They talked all kinds of basketball talk that I have FOMO just listening to this episode. But if you don't believe me, check out this clip.
You used to attend Vancouver Grizzlies games.
I did used to go to Vancouver Grizzlies games. Those were my favorite.
So
I saw Pacers play.
Wow.
And I never saw Chicago, unfortunately.
Jordan.
So I never saw Jordan.
It would have been awesome to see him for sure.
Yeah. My sister was actually at the very first game the Grizzlies ever won. They were playing the Portland Trail Blazers. And they won the very last minute. So a whole bunch of people had left the arena, but my sister and her friends stayed. And they saw them win.
That is so epic. I'm a big fan of staying to the end because I'm a believer anything can happen.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
We've been too many times in history that your team could be up by 10 with 2 minutes left. It doesn't mean you're going to win.
Nope. There's so much time left.
So I know it's like an eternity. That's why people always joke, tune into the last 10 minutes of a basketball game, and it's pretty much an hour. And it's all you need to really know because the emotional highs and lows of the whole game don't matter at all. It's just the last couple minutes.
Even sometimes the last 5 minutes, really.
September 17th, episode 66 dropped, featuring King Brett, Colton, Treaticus, and Brandon. And it was amazing. We got so much insider tea about what's going on in TopShot, the new run it back sets, the new challenge rewards, how moments are created now and how beautifully crafted they truly are. We found out for our buddy Treaticus that Al Horford is not retiring, and he's back, and that legendary just got treat or uses in fast break. We also learned about new sets. Video game numbers was actually an idea for Series 1. Who knew? Well, you did if you watched that episode of the podcast. But if you didn't, here's a clip.
It's nice to just change it up around the edges, but not just completely overthrow it every single year, But I think it's nice to just keep things fresh a little bit. So I've definitely been looking, maybe do we have any new ideas for a new set this year? Do we want to bring back an old set? So I think Denied's a great one to bring up. There were some old set concepts too, from Series 1 before TopShot ever launched that I've found just sort of in random documents just lying around that never got launched. So those might be on the table.
Can you share
Our
any
wheels
of
are
those?
turning right now. We're all like, oh my gosh.
Video game numbers was one of those, and that was one.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so that was one that was very early days. That never got launched. I'm trying to think what else there is.
Extra
there was
spicy spice.
There was a family one, something to do with brothers, brotherly love or something like that. There was brothers.
On September 24th, episode 67 came out, featuring Treaticus, King Brett, and Bayou Sniper. And let me tell you, it was amazing. They talked all about his Trey Murphy virtual hangout on his birthday. What a gift from TopShot. They talked about him burning for number ones, Zion, the Pelicans, and how he found Collectin and Connectin. So cool that he listened to the podcast and heard Treat and now is friends with them. Like, this is how this works. It's all about Collectin and Connectin, baby. But if you don't believe me, check out this clip for yourself.
Did you know that you actually got me into TopShot? Did you know that?
No, get out.
So I told you I started collecting last year, and on the pod, I told like when I got my first moment that Anthony Davis bubble.
Anthony, yeah.
But before that, so I didn't get time to tell the story in the last pod, but I'll tell it now, if you don't mind. So like, So like, obviously I'm a big hoop head, and I listen to the Mismatch. I listen to a lot of like podcasts like on Spotify about basketball when I'm not playing or watching basketball. And it was during a time where there wasn't like, they did go through stretches where there's not a lot of NBA talk, you know? So I was just going through Spotify while I was working out, and I found Collectin Connectin. And I didn't know what it was. I had no clue. It was just recommended on my Spotify. But I saw the basketball logo or whatever, so I clicked it and played it while I was working out. And y'all started talking about TopShot. I was like, what the hell? I remember what that is, like vaguely, but I don't know what exactly it is. And then like, yeah, you're just I forgot who it was. I think it was you, Brett, and I want to say it might have been Scotty Jay. It might have been Scotty.
Nice.
But
okay.
y'all were talking, and like, I don't know, your personality kind of drew me in, and I was like, oh, this guy, like, because I'm from the South, so like, like a comforting thing.
Sure.
And then you started talking about basketball and TopShot, and I was like, man, this guy's talking about TopShot. I gotta look it up.
That's awesome.
I gotta go back to see what it is, and then that kind of started that thought process of TopShot.
Yeah,
so thank you for.
Oh man, we're so glad you're here, bro. I mean, you definitely have been such a positive influence talking hoops and collecting. I mean, that's the deal. Like, I think the more people like you that find it, and then your connection with Badge County, what a great group.
Man, those guys are amazing.
That's a wrap on September. Thank you so much for listening to this recap. Tune in every Tuesday for a new episode of the Collectin and Connectin pod. And if you want to rock some merch, check out our store at Shop Collectin and Connectin in the bio on this video. Thank you all for watching. See you next Tuesday.